So in this part of the video, I'll walk you through how to use the theme builder with Divi. With that said, let's get started. All right, so in this part of the video, I'll walk you through how to create a custom header and footer for your website. Now, this section here was created only using the Divi builder. So we have a really nice custom header. And if we scroll down, we have a really unique looking custom footer. Now, this appears on all parts of your websites. So these are global. So I'll walk you through how to create this for your websites. So let's go back to our current websites, and you'll notice here how we have this like standard stock theme customizer header, really ugly, really bland, really boring. So let's go ahead and change that. Let's go back to our dashboard, and then we'll scroll down to Divi and then click on Theme Builder. Next, I'll select Add a Global Header. Then I'll click on Build Global Header. Now, the first thing I want to do is create a top section. So to do that, I'll click on the plus and I'll click on the equal columns, and I'll just select text. And this will be something like my phone number, right? So I'll go ahead and put this in. So I just did my text, and I want to put this in the center. So for the design, for the text, I'll place this in the center. Now, I want to change the settings here really quick. So for the design, I'm going to go to text, and then I want to change this color to white. So we're going to make white text. All right, there we go. Now, we can't see what we're working with here, so we're going to add a background color. So I'll click on Section Settings. Then we'll go over here to the content, background, and then I will add in a background color. So here we go. All right, now we can see, what we're working with. Now, notice here how we have too much space. So I want to get rid of this space. So to do that, I will get rid of the top and the bottom padding. So go to Design, Spacing, and then for top, I'll put 0. And also for the bottom, I will put 0 as well. Actually, hold on. Let's put like maybe like 2 pixels. It's a little too tight. There we go. Okay, just a little breathing room. Now, this right here looks good on desktop and also tablets. However, for mobile, maybe you don't want this. It's really up to you, but I'll just go ahead and disable it for mobile. So for the desktop, I'll go to the Design, Visibility, and I want to disable this for phone devices because I just don't think this is really necessary. Next, let's create the menu section. So over here, I'll click on the plus, and I'll select a 1-column row. Now, there's really no right or wrong way on how to do this. There's various ways on how to build your header. I'll just give you an example using the Flexbox. So the first thing I'll do is click on plus, and then I'll select the menu. And then for the menu, we can insert a logo. So I'll click on the logo, add image, and then I will select my logo. Here we go. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a button. So over here, I'll click on plus and then put in a button. All right, so it looks just like that. And if you want to see the structure, it looks very similar to this. So we have the menu, and then we have the button below it. So let's go back to our wireframe view. Now, the next thing I want to do is align these. So I'll go over here to the section settings under elements. And for the column, I'll make this layout flex, and I will make this one direction. So it's like that. And then I'll also align the items in the center. Now, this logo is a little bit too big, so I want to reduce the size of this logo. So to do that, I'll click on the actual menu, go to the logo. Then I'll scroll down, and then for the logo heights, we'll go ahead and put like 100 pixels. There we go. Okay, we can make it a little bit smaller. What's really cool with Divi is that it'll actually optimize it for various devices. So you can see how it basically is like a built-in Photoshop. It reduces the total size. I'll just put something like maybe 50. I think 50 is good. The next thing I'll do is I'll go back over here to section settings. And just like we did with this top bar, we will reduce the padding. So for the design, spacing, and then for the padding, we'll select 0 and 0 as well. So it looks just like that. Now, I want to add a little bit of depth to this. So I don't want this to blend so much in the background right here. So I want to add a box shadow. So for the box shadow, I'll just select like maybe like this one here, and then I will reduce the color here just a little bit. I just want to give it a little bit more like depth. I want people to actually know it's like not part of the actual website. So it looks something like that. Now you can also, switch between other styles if you want to go that route. I think 3 is good, 2 is good, right? 3, 2, same thing pretty much. Okay. Just make sure that the shadow color is just a little there. Okay, good. All right, cool. Next, I want to spread all this out. So there's a few ways on how to do this, but the menu actually has a built-in grow to fill. So I'll click on the menu, then I'll click on the sizing, and then they have an option called grow to fill. So that basically will just force everything to go to the right side, and it gives the menu a little bit more breathing room. Now you can also adjust the position of the actual menu. So for example, I'll go to menu text, Scroll down, and then here we can adjust the alignments for the actual text. If you want like a middle menu, you can go that route, or you can put it on the left. It really depends on, you, but I think the left looks pretty good. You can also style this, so make sure to go ahead and style this. So we'll put something like, I think we'll put like maybe 1 rem. There we go, 1 rem, and then here we can adjust the color. Now, after looking at this, I think I applied the box shadow to the column, and we need to do that to the section. So make sure that when you add the box shadow that you're adding it to the entire section over here, just to give it some depth. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to make this full width. So over here under row settings, under the sizing, I can make this like larger, right? So maybe at like 95 or 96. And then over here, I can adjust the max width to something like 1500 pixels. And then obviously you can tinker around with like how large you want your menu or how wide you'd like it. And then the last thing, don't forget, is to adjust your button. So maybe just change this text to like contact us. And then for the link, you can put in your contact page. Now, the last thing I want to do is I just want to make sure this is optimized for all devices. So I'll first click on the tablets. And I think we need some more breathing room on the tablet, right? It's too close to the actual top and bottom. So to adjust this, I will go over here to the, actually I can use the section settings. So I'll use section settings, go to design, spacing, and then for the padding, I'll put like maybe 10 pixels, right? So now it has more breathing room and it looks a little bit more cleaner. Also, let's check out the phone. And for mobile devices, it also looks really optimized. So I'll go ahead and save my changes and take a look at our menu in the front end now. And voila, we now have a beautiful menu. Look at that. Now let's test out our menu really quick. So I'll go over here and make this smaller. And you can see that it is fully optimized. So there you go. The top bar appears, but on the phone, it disappears. So yeah, it's that easy to make a header with Divi. Now, if I click on any of these pages, like the About Us page, you're going to see that the menu stays with us for the entire website because we made it global. You can always adjust conditions in the theme builder to create specific headers for specific pages, and that may be appropriate if you have a large e-commerce website, but most websites typically use the same header.